Greetings to Averse. I am one noob, and in this video we're going to cover the Top War weekly grind called the Arms Race. This is a fairly straightforward weekly event that helps you gain at least 1,400 gems a week, so it's more than worth taking a little bit of time to do every day and to do it the right way. Now, I range in this event between 1,500 and 3,000 gems a week with this event. It all depends on how much work I'm willing to put into each day's theme versus all the other events that come up, of which there are many in Top War, as you know. I have some tricks for you to help squeeze those lovely gems out of this event, so let's take it day by day. Now, before I get going, I'm well aware that not everybody has a calendar that starts on Sunday. Some other cheeky countries like to start the week with Monday. Okay, it does make more sense. Whatever, that's not the point. Don't get all grumpy with me for starting on Saturday, okay? Which disagrees with everybody's calendars. Relax. I'm going to do it this way to show you the strategy that helps maximize gems. So, without further ado, let's go. Saturday's event is all about bloody war. Who doesn't like war? It's a war game. This is why most servers have Saturday as a kill everyone or a KE event. It's highly contentious on a lot of servers. People get grumpy when their bases get burnt. As you can tell from my crap score, my server is anti-KE events. We can only do arranged hits, and that's pretty boring, but it does keep the peace and it cuts down on the rage quitting a smidge. If you find yourself on a server that doesn't like a bit of the old ultra violence on Saturdays, an easy cheat is to set up a loser march and hit your friends to give them and you points. And when they get grumpy, be like, "You're welcome, yo." I'm too lazy for arranged hits, so I just sit it out altogether. Yes, lack of war makes one noob sad. Yes, this is true. Sunday's event, let's move on to that, is all about consuming gold. Now, if your server allows KE events on Saturday or you fight in other events, this is really easy to do well in. If not, just do all you can to build troops and anything else that requires gold. Bang around on all the red dots, buttons, and red dots inside of all the menus inside of the buttons in the circus that we call Top War, and you're going to do just fine. If you want a little bit of extra boost, you can also build more facilities to make more troops. Now, this might seem like a lot of extra effort. It's not. It's just a couple buttons. Relax. If you could do this thing, exchanging gold for gems here, well, you would do it. If you had this weird little item that you could grab in the Alliance store to exchange those, you would do it every single day. This is a great thing to be able to do, even if the conversion rate for this event isn't fantastic. You can always burn the buildings later on to make room for more troops again, and you should be doing this over and over. Now, if you have a base full of troops, you can bang around and kill a bunch of them to make more space. Now, outside of EL or Eternal Lands, there aren't many events where you need your troops on Sunday. Anyways, besides, think about this for a second. A base full of troops all the time is just kind of boring. And there's a probability that there's all kinds of dust underneath your tanks and your airplanes. You kind of walk by and you accidentally rub against one and you get some dirt on your shoulder. It's just really not great. And then you go out and look at your Navy and they're covered in barnacles. You are a bad admiral or whatever you think you are right now. Shame on you. Come on, man. Who wants dirty units? It's just not fashion forward. I'm not trying to judge here. I'm just saying it's a Top War game. Your units should get banged up every now and again. With that said, Monday's theme is all about training units. It's almost like Top War thinks like me and they're like, hey, this is a war game. It's almost a bit on the nose that they kind of named it that, but what do I know? So yeah, it's kind of like they just think this is a war game and they strung together rewards thinking on Saturday you fought and lost units in an event like KE or server versus server stuff. So it rewarded you for creating more production facilities on Sunday, okay, then rewarded you again on Monday to build troops all day with tons of extra free gems just because you figured it out. Crazy, I know, but that's the strategy 3 days in. At this point, you should be churning out troops with a lot of extra facilities, and as you run out of space, removing production facilities to increase space for more troops. Yeah, I kind of repeated that because it's important. Easy as pie. That is, as long as you actually use those pretty shiny little units in your base in the first place. They were built to be burned, folks. Tuesday's event is beating Warhammers. I think this is my least favorite of these events, but it's pretty easy in the end. Overall, if you're in a full alliance and every member of your alliance does just 5 Warhammers, and on top of that, you've enabled auto join for Warhammers, through the whole day you're going to do just fine. As a little public service announcement, please don't be one of those people in your alliance that's decided to join with a full set. Just click the little button that says 1 unit. We will thank you for it. You know, don't overfill things for no reason. They're Warhammers. Everybody's going to beat them. So, with that said, Warhammers are pretty important early in game, but later on in game, you just do them for the March speed ups, and they aren't all that great. I wish Top War would scale the rewards for Warhammers based on your level to keep them excited, but hey, that's just me. I like the razzle dazzle, you know, so it'd be nice, but you know, whatever. You can't get everything you want in life. Wednesday's theme is just about killing dark forces. It's not the heart-pounding, pulse-pumping event that it sounds like at first pass, but it's pretty easy overall. Start the day out with full VIT if you want to do well, and then just smash into forces all day. Just look at them and go, you gotta go, son. And just that's your whole day. The end. Now, if you find yourself towards the top of the list, you can burn more VIT for extra gems in your ranking, but that's something you should think about based on your position versus the position of the other people trying to do the exact same thing. We get a little competitive. It happens. Whatever. Thursday's theme is all about gathering resources. This is a good event to push a little harder in to get in the top 10 in order to bring in at least an extra 200 gems. My recommendation on Thursday is to do your normal Ruin level 6 mining for half of the day. Then pull your troops back for the rest of the 24-hour period and just sit on those level 6 resource tiles that your lovely mechanical masters build for your alliance. This will boost your resources and give you a stronger shot of getting in the top 10 for that day. I wouldn't recommend pulling totally out of Ruin resource tiles because getting stones for your components is just way too important. Now, if you have all level 10 components that you need, great. You know, kudos to you, buddy. You're further along than the rest of us, so fine. Go full tilt for that extra 1,000 gems you can get at first place. Who's gonna fault you for that? Just know that it's pretty hard to make it to the top, and you're going to need the right heroes and skills equipped in order to beat the best of the best. Because there's some folks that completely obsess over very, very high yields. With that, we get into Friday. Friday's theme is VIT consumption. If you want to get the highest score possible, it's a pretty common sense event. Just make sure at reset on Friday you have a full VIT bar and use all the VIT you have at all times. I wouldn't go full tilt on this event to hit first place unless you have base skins that regenerate your VIT faster, and also if you have a lot of spare VIT capsules to spare. And is it worth your VIT capsules for 1,000 gems? Well, that all depends on how many you have and how much competition there is for first place. Go ahead and play this one by ear, and remember, there are other events where rewards are a lot better exchanging stuff for VIT. So, now I know for that one you want me to do a whole this is better than that kind of statement. I can't do it. Okay, I can't. I thought about it and I can't. There's too many variables and I just don't know about your alliance. I don't know about your count. And I tried being a mind reader. According to my cats and my kids, at best I'm like 20% accurate. Yeah, they all do math. It's a crazy thing. So this is the best I can do. Just telling you the smart stuff, okay? You're welcome. And now for our public service announcement to make the world a better place. For less than a cup of coffee, you can like, subscribe, and enable notifications to help my channel grow. Every comment and every like helps my poor, unfortunate channel grow on YouTube. Do your part today, and together we can make the world a bright place today for little kids like my little nooblet here. If you're not willing to do it for yourself, to get strong in game and smush your enemies, do it for all the little nooblets out there that could really use your help.
Have you liked and subscribed yet? Do it, 'cause I'm dying here!